Hey, good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI After Dark Podcast Live. I'm here with co-host Edward Everett, aka Mr. E. Mr. E, how are you?
I'm saying good afternoon. Oh, what a beautiful Monday. What a beautiful day. My God, it has been a busy, busy day, but I am wonderfully made and I'm blessed.
Well, I tell you what, give me 30 seconds. We're going to pull our Instagram fans in. We'll be right back. So we are here again. I'm Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI After Dark, along with Edward Everett, aka Mr. E. He is the co-host, and we're glad to be here. It is definitely a beautiful day. It's been beautiful all day long, and what we want to do right now is welcome all you out there, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe our channels. We would love for you to go over to YouTube at Crystal Records One, CRISTO Records One, and we need you to go to at FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. We welcome you. Thank you for coming. And we hope that you enjoy this show. This is sponsored by Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy, and beardgods.com. We would love for you to go over to beardgods.com, www.beardgods.com, and join Chris Hinton online with products and things for your beard, for your hair, for grooming your insides with biotin vitamins. You got picks, you got balms, you got oils to groom and make things grow and look good. So check him out over there at beardgods.com. And then don't forget to go over to Bulvic, BULVIC, bulvicacademy.com, and check out the information there. A lot of anti-bullying information. There's a blog there for parents, teachers, students. Check out the books. Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, and The Diary of a Former Bully, written by Yolanda Hinton. And also, don't forget to get Bulvic, the game. It's on Google Play, and it's also on iTunes, Apple iTunes. You can get it. BULVIC. Check it out. It is a great game for the family, for kids, and we want to make sure you go right now if you can and get that game. So again, thank you for joining us, and we are here tonight to talk about what we do. And one of the things that we do, Mr. E, is we do a morning show, FYI Radio Morning Show Live, and tell our folk about that.
That's right. I want to say join us on FYI Morning Show. My God, you don't want to miss it. It's heard on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM. And it's heard all over the world by going to W1350AM.com, 1400AM.com. And all you have to do is click and listen live. We come on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on all those social media platforms and on WPCE, where we're at 1400 and WMVA 88.9. where we talk about FYI for your information. Sports, yep. We talk about that. What's underneath the hat? Issues concerning men, issues concerning women. We just talk about a host of everything that'll bring you to your attention, so you won't be left behind. Because we want you to rise above mere survivor and be set and to help you to know what's going on in and around you.
Absolutely. Mr. E, don't forget to talk to them today, uh, this evening, about what we do on FYI with our FYI radio show Sports Talk, our Monday Sports Talk. As a matter of fact, we had a fabulous show on today. Tell them a little bit about that.
That's right. We're on our FYI radio show, Sports Talk. We'll tell you all about what's going on in the NBA. That's right. We've been dealing with the NBA. We took it all the way from down to the playoff. Now we in the semifinals, and we got 2-3 teams. Well, we got a lot of teams that used to be playing, but the best of the best is playing right now. Starting tomorrow night. You got the Golden State Warriors the OKC will be playing against the Timberwolves, and the Indiana Pacers will be playing against the New York Knicks. This is down to the final in the NBA playoff bracket. It went from being the Thunders, the Grizzlies, from the Nuggets to the Clippers, from the Clippers to the Lakers, from the Lakers to the Timberwolves, from the Rockets to the Warriors, from the Cavaliers to the Pacers, and from the Knicks to the Celtics. And now we down to the final, to the bottom of the totem pole, where we're in game one now, where Indiana Pacers plays against the New York Knicks, and the OKC Thunders play against the Timberwolves. Well, we did some predictions also, and I want to let you know my predictions are solid.
Mr. E, you're going to have to repeat that. You said what?
My predictions are the OKC will win the whole shebang.
I was going to say absolutely, but I can't say that yet. It's any man's game.
Yes, it's any man's game. Yes, that's true. It's any man's game. So listen, but my predictions are this: that the Indiana Pacers will be playing against the OKC, Oklahoma's Thunder. So the Indiana Pacers going to beat New York Knicks. The OKC going to beat Minneapolis Timberwolves. So you got the West against the East. You got the East against the West. So the best in the East and the best in the West will come to the final, which would be the OKC against Indiana Pacers, and the final will be OKC.
Well, my grandmother and mother used to say, time will tell. We shall see. We do have high hopes for OKC because they've done a phenomenal job this season. I mean, you can't do nothing with them. They're just champions. So we hope that they do go all the way to the top. But they have some contenders. They have some challengers. That they're no punks either. They are definitely there to in it to win it. We have the Knicks, who, hey, what can we say? They can do their thing. They just beat our friends, the Nuggets. They just beat the Nuggets.
That's
and
right.
So they move on into the finals. Then, hey, we had to say goodbye to the Celtics. Bye-bye. They had a great record too, Mr. E. They did wonderful during the season. But hey, like I said, somebody got to go. And we're finding out who somebody is. So
well, let's go all the way back, Miss Hinton. I hate to interrupt you, but we got to go back to the beginning of the Western Conference. When you look at the Western Conference, not only did we say goodbye to the Nuggets, we said goodbye to the Warriors, and we said goodbye early in the game to the Lakers. Yeah,
that early was it? Was it that early?
It was early. It was early. It was at the beginning when they got into the Western Conference. So the
Well,
Lakers, we said bye bye to the Lakers. We said bye bye to the Rockets. We said bye bye to the Grizzlies, and we said bye bye to the Clippers.
all right. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna see who we're gonna say bye bye to, because the next game is when, Miss
The
Steve.
next game comes on tomorrow, and that'll be the Thunderwolf OKC against Timberwolves, and the Indiana Pacers against the Knicks. So when on the 20th, the Mar game is OKC against the Knicks, and on the 21st, the Indiana Pacers plays against the New York Knicks.
I tell you what, it's getting closer and closer to the finals, and I'm telling you, it's getting more and more interesting. But what I have a little problem with is some of the teams that have done or have been fire throughout the whole season have gotten to this end to the semifinals, and some of them have just slowed their roll. Why?
Well, and you know the reason why.
Burnout?
Because the best of the best is now playing. OKC is the best of the best, and if you look at it, all the numbers. See, last year the Western Conference won it for the last 2 years. The Western Conference has won it. Now it has to make a shift, and it has to come over to the East Conference.
Is that how it works?
Well,
I don't think
The
so.
Eastern Conference won it last time. That's right. The Eastern Conference. Now it's got to come over to the Western Conference. So hey, look out. I don't
Yeah.
care how you slice it, dice it, or make it big or small, but it's coming away from the Western side, and it's coming from the East Conference to the West now.
Well, you all look at the games, you do the math, you cheer for your team, because I'm telling you, we are down to the wire. It's going to be
That's right.
very interesting and exciting. I wish I was there. I wish I
That's right.
would be can be there. I am going to a professional game this year, Mr. E, but too bad it won't be the NBA this year. But
That's right. That's congratulations to you. I congratulate to anyone that make it your business to go to an NBA game or a NFL game. You will, and you would enjoy it, because once you get around the crowd, the excitement, the royal, the thunder, and everything that takes off into that stadium. I mean, it's pandemonium when you sitting amongst thousands and thousands of people, and they all of them are roaring and shouting and cheering and having a real good time watching that ball.
well, I tell you what, we're going to keep watching. And in the meantime, we're going to get our eyeballs over there on the WNBA. Ladies, it's time. I tell you what, you all are on fire. And look, we had some recent drama with our girls, Caitlin and Angel. But I tell you what, that's all in the marketing and all in the fun and all in the game. But I tell you what, make sure you all get into these games, because these young ladies are bringing it. And when Caitlin and Angel and some others came in that league on last year, that was nothing but the truth. They brought the boys to the yard, the girls to the yard. The fans came out like I don't know what. They gained new fans. They had got new numbers, more money, more money, more money. It was just fabulous to see women play like that. That old no sloppy seconds. These women were playing real b-ball.
And what I got to do is say congratulations to all the women that's out there playing that ball. I mean, that round ball. When you look at Angel Reese and Kaylin Clark, I mean, they brought the boys to the yard. If you want a barn burner, if you want a crowd pleaser, have that team, the Skies and the Fevers come together, and you going to get a show. I mean, it's going to be a real live cat fight. It's going to be a real live snap your neck. And, and,
Absolutely.
and it's gonna be one of them real live fight where Angel gets upset and Caitlin gets upset, and at the end of the day, the winner, the boys in the yard, the recession stands are packed, the tickets office is full. everybody walks away happy.
Absolutely. Great games. And they're not the only two stars. There are other ladies we're going to highlight and we're going to get to know because we're just really getting to know these young ladies. And they're playing some great ball. And so we're going to get to know the other ladies. We're going to talk about them and just continue to enjoy the WNBA. Mr. E mentioned today on our morning show about football, professional women's football.
That's right.
And that's something that we are going to check out as well. You know, they're trying to get their legs. You know, they're trying to, when you look at it, you can tell they're trying to get their legs, but we know how things work. You keep working at something, you keep practicing, you keep coming through, and before you know it, you bring in fans, new folk, new money, sponsors, and everything in a big way. Those women are going to be able to get paid just as much as those brothers, those men, because it's in the working. And if you're patient and if you support, you're going to see it.
Well, you got to remember that this is the sixth season. This is the sixth season in 2025 that the WNFC football conference has been in existence. It's the most competitive and provocative women football league in the world. The organization has a mission to accelerate equality in sports for women and girls through the power of football. Yes, there's going to be a lot of teams being said. And then when you look at it, there's a lot of teams out there, like the Utah Falcons and the San Diego Rebellions. You know, these are some of the teams, the Tennessee Trojans and the Florida Advantage, Mississippi Panthers and the Denver Bandits. These are some of the teams, the LA Legends and the Oregon Ravens, the Jersey Shore Waves and the Chicago Winds, and the Las Vegas Silver Stars and the French and the Seattle Majestic. These are just a few of the NFL, Women's National Football Conference.
Absolutely. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to bring you more, you know, once the NBA is over with. We got more sports. We got some things to talk about. Look, Mr. E can't wait till the NFL comes.
That's right.
Those brothers, those men folk coming, hitting hard and strong, making all the money in the whole wide world, switching and drafting. And I mean, sometimes it seems like they're all over the place. But I tell you what, they make a good season. The football games are nothing but the truth. It is very exciting. And you have a lot of people that support the NFL.
That's right. That's right. And listen, just go ahead and get your jersey, get your shirts, get your paraphernalia. Here's a secret for you. If you want to be on the winning side, this team has been in existence since 1960. If you want to be a winner, all you have to do is go on out there and start getting your paraphernalia and come up as a star. Bring the star.
All of the star.
Bring the star, and you be all right.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking about the NFL more. We're going to follow the star, and not only the star, we're going to be just following folk and seeing what these teams have to give. You know, we had some great things going on last season, and we're going to see what everybody brings. We got Mr. Mark A. Howard on. Mr. Mark A. Howard, how are you? Good to see you. Are you ready for some football? I think he is. His team is the Commanders. And I believe, look, he said, come on, Mr. E, Commanders all day. Listen, I've been hearing some great things about the Commanders. But I tell you what, look, you all are not that bad of rivals, Mr. E. You're in the same league.
You know,
Mr. Howard.
You know, when Mark Howard started talking about football, he's a part of a new bandwagon. He doesn't have an old team. He has a new team. He's following someone.
Team. Not a new team, new name. That's a new
team. That's a brand new team, brand new owners, brand new coach. just everything that they doing is brand new. So they don't have no stability. They don't have no. They're not stable. They're not like the 1960 Cowboys.
Oh my God. Well, I tell you what, time will tell. We shall see. And it's going to be a good season. And I'm going to get a chance to see some of these folks. I tell you, it's going to be great. Virginia said hello to you both. I am a command. We got more commanders. They're going to jump you. They're going to jump you. You got more commanders in the house. Mark Howard said, I'll be at the first game this year. Mark, make sure you send highlights, put highlights up there so we can see you rah for your team. Also, Mark is an NSU fan, and he is definitely on board for NSU. We can't wait to see what they give, and how they continue to move forward with their new coach. Who's that coach, Mr. E?
I can't tell you. I don't even know who the coach is. I don't do nothing.
NSU?
I thought you was. I still got
NSU.
Their coach is none other than Michael Vick for the NSU. I am so proud of Michael Vick, and I want to say congratulations to all of his endeavors. And he's coming over there, and he's taking over, doing a wonderful job. He's bringing the boys to the yard. He's bringing a lot of camaraderie over there. A lot of stars that he played with is coming to the 757, and some of the 757 stars are coming around to help build NSU football team up.
Absolutely. And with that, Mr. E, we're going to pivot right to our segment, FY After Dark, Around the Town with Mr. E, community news and events. And you just kicked it off talking about Michael Vick and him being the new coach of NSU right here in the 757. Now, that's going to be exciting. I got a chance to go to one of his the games, pre-games, and it was absolutely bomb. Absolutely.
That's right. And, a lot of things are happening. A lot of the pros are coming back here. Joe Smith is back in the 757, getting ready to put together a basketball academy right here in Virginia Beach, along with Allen Iverson over there in Newport News, putting together another great big old basketball camp over there in the city of Newport News. And not only that, he's got a apartment that he's getting ready to build up. So hey, look, there a lot of our gentlemen who played ball here is making their way back to the 757 and to help build the 757 back up. We had some old back in the day. We had some Virginia Squires, Charlie Scott, and we had some of the old fellows that was on our show one time before, Miss Hinton, that they were down at Rogers Brown in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. So all of the history that we have made right here in the 757 with some of the great football players and basketball players and boxing is making their way back to the 757. Speaking of making their way back to the 757, if you're looking for something to do between now and in Norfolk right now, between April and May, there's a bike night. That's right. If you want to ride your bicycle, there's a bike night at the Norfolk Botanical Garden. So if you want to do something that's between the hours of 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m., all you have to do is get on your bicycle, go down and pay the little fee down at the Botanical Garden and ride through the Botanical Gardens on bike night at the Norfolk Botanical Garden. And not only that, if you want some live music in the 757, just go to Birdie's Golf. That's right, just Birdie's Golf. It's a barbecue place. It's on Hampton Boulevard in the city of Norfolk, Virginia. And then if you want to go down to Virginia Beach and listen to some real good jazz, you like jazz, go down to Jazz Night that started in May on Shore Drive. You got people that's going to be there weekly, like Eldon Skulls Scully will be there. A great guitarist will
Wait a
be
minute.
down
No,
there.
you didn't
Yeah,
say Elder
yeah.
Sully, my producer.
Yeah, Ellie Scully, Saul Scully will be down there at Jazz Night at the on Shore Drive, and Ricky and Mooseman, the trios, will be down there also. And weekly, every day, weekly, you get an opportunity to hear Eldon Scully as he play on his guitar. And don't
Okay,
forget,
now when is this again?
that's Jazz Night every night on Shore Drive.
Oh, how awesome. He is absolutely fabulous.
That's right. That's right. So
Fabulous.
that's right. He will be down there at Jazz Night on Shore Drive. And weekly. He's down there every week at Elder Sculler. A great guitarist will be out there playing on the guitar if you like jazz at night. And then down at the ocean front on 17th Street, they got and the Virginia Beach Dome, they got Cohan and Combat Tour. They got a tour going on at the Virginia Beach Dome. So if you want to know what's going on in the 757, all you got to do is hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to let you know the talk around the town. Listen, there's a lot of things happening. The Virginia Beach NAACP is hoping a public town hall meeting.
Wow.
That's right. A public town hall meeting with the Virginia Beach School Board tonight. If you want to get out there tonight, it started right about right now in Virginia Beach. Now, here's something. If you're in Portsmouth, you want to go to the Jamozo Fest. That's right. The Jamozo Fest. How you pronounce it?
Oh, Umoja.
Jamozo.
The Umoja Fest.
Yeah, the UMOJA
Umoja,
Fest will be returning for its 33rd year. That's right.
Wow.
The 33rd year, the Jamoza Fest will be in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia, starting May the 23rd and the 25th at the Festival Park in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. Not only that, get your calendar together. There are 10, that's right, there are 10 public schools that will be shutting down in the 757. 10 public schools, high schools that will be shutting down, closing up. The Norfolk public schools that will be closing up. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell that really irritates me. We got 10 public schools, and there's 2 schools that they're talking about, Miss Hinton, and one is Maury High School that will be closing down. And guess what the other high school is?
Which one?
Booker T. Washington High School.
That's amazing.
They will
That's
be shutting
amazing.
down for Booker T. Washington. And the reason why they're shutting down, because the move intends to address the budget concerning and reinvesting savings into the capital project,
Wow.
including improving Maury and Booker T. High School and constructing of a 3rd new elementary school. That's right. So they're going to build to better. And
Yes.
there's a lot of community reaction because, like Miss Virginia Sawyer has been around a long time. And I believe that she went to the factory. You say, what is the factory? But let me tell you what the factory is. The factory is Booker T. Washington. That's the name before it became Washington. It was known as Booker Taliaferro Washington High School, better known as the factory. So it's no longer the factory. It's no longer Booker T. Washington. It's no longer maroon and white. It's no longer that. It's going to be transformed to now it's Washington High School. And, yes, some of the elementary schools, my auntie said, yes, some of the elementary schools will be closing also in the 757. So if you wants to join the bandwagon, if you want to know what's going on around town and what schools going to be open and what schools going to be closed, you got to keep it locked right here for more of community, of what's going on in the community. They
Well,
said,
listen, they're saying that the schools aren't filling up like they used to. They don't have the students. And so, I don't know, is it because people are not moving into Norfolk, or Norfolk is not building up like some of the other surrounding cities? But hey, it is what it is, what you say, to do better and to build better and to, make things work. Some things have to go.
but here's the thing that gets me so much is that I begin to, because I graduated from Maury High School, and because Maury is doing reinventing, they taking the Maury High School right about now,
Mhm.
right now, that ones that's existing, and remodeling it and making it condos. So what they
Wow.
have done with the piece of land that they have in the back, they're now getting ready to put up a brand new, I mean spanking brand new, state of the art Maury Commodore. So some of the schools that we have around, they're gonna be all going over to the Maury High School. That, in other words, if I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me on this, that you gonna find so many schools that gonna close because of the classrooms are not filling up. Let me tell you what is happening. There's a lot of folks that's going to Google High School. Yeah. They're going to Google High School. Yep. Google has a high school that there's a lot of people are now spending more time on the net, going and asking Google for everything that they need. You can get a doctor on Google, or you can get a lawyer on Google. You can get high school diplomas on Google. There's a lot of folks are leaving the regular schoolhouses and going on the internet, and they taking classes on the internet, passing on the internet, so they don't need to fill the gaps of the high school. Now, here's some history for you. Booker T. Washington is a not accredited school. Yeah. The only African American high school, black high school in the 757, is not accredited high school.
Well,
It's a sad thing to say, because it's the only black high school in the 757, right here in the seven cities, that doesn't have a credibility.
well, I tell you what, we need to do better in making sure we have the best teachers. That's if the educational system lasts, because this administration really wants to get rid of it. And like Mr. E said, every man and woman for himself. When it comes to your children, either you have to do private school or do something homeschool, or something has to be done if this happens. Now, people thought maybe it was far fetched that, hey, the public schools can't shut down. I tell you what, they may not all shut down, but they're shutting down because either lack of funding, lack of students being there, teachers, they're minimizing, those that work in the schools and getting rid of all kind of school programs. And so we have to see what happens. Make sure, parents, you have a plan, because you just don't know. Make sure you have a plan just in case things change, and things do change. And sometimes they change for the better. In the meantime, some things that we're used to can be lost in the sauce suddenly.
That's
And
right.
so we want to keep you prepared, keep watching and seeing what's going to happen with our educational system. Has time expired for it? Is it time for it to say bye bye the way we know it? And so let's just keep watching. If you all have, students in school, children in school, parents, if you have grandchildren in school, keep watching. Virginia says they are moving out of Norfolk, going to Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, and Suffolk. Parents are buying houses in these areas. And that
That's right.
is the goal of, I know Chesapeake, Mr. E, we were talking about that recently. Chesapeake is building up so they can bring folk in there.
That's right.
Now, Mr. E, you're from Norfolk. Does Norfolk have the capacity? Does
Well,
Norfolk have the capacity to build new homes? Do they have the capacity to build new schools? Do you have the land? Do you have the bandwidth, what it takes to, make Norfolk, a right on place for children to grow up and go to the best schools or
Well,
not?
when you look at it, Ms. Hinton, Norfolk will be the #1 city in the 757 for long for a day because they're doing a lot of renovation in Norfolk. If you don't watch it, you're gonna see a great big casino coming up in the downtown area. You're gonna have hotels and you're gonna have the casino down in the city of Norfolk. Not only that, if you go down to downtown Norfolk as we speak, by the scope, you'll find a lot uh, of uh, demolition going on. You
Yes.
know, they from where downtown Plaza used to be, Miss Hinton, it's now condo city.
Yes.
It's now new housing area. When you go from St. Paul Boulevard or from Monticello Avenue all the way over to Tidewater Drive, you'll find new developments, new homes, new houses. And so they're doing a new renovation in those areas. And because they're doing a new renovation in those areas, yeah, some of the houses may be too affordable for a lot of the folks. So yeah, they're gonna have to move down. They're gonna have to leave Norfolk because now Norfolk is gonna be the model city. If you go down towards Ghent area, where the Norfolk Centennial Hospital, you looking for a state-of-the-art, good-looking hospital area, all you got to go, it doesn't look like Norfolk Centennial used to be. It don't look like Norfolk General Hospital anymore. It looks like a model city. It looks like
Absolutely.
they did something wonderful because they got a lot of new students coming in there. They got you name it right there, the state of the art hot hospital down there. One of the biggest African American hot doctors that is down there now, and he's got his own building set aside for
Yeah.
himself. So we're proud of what's going on in Norfolk, and they got like Mr. Howard said, they got the luxurious apartments. Wait until the casino gets down here.
Yes.
Wait until they put them high-rise hotel. They don't have room for and not only that, you can get on a carnival tour anytime you want, cause the carnival, the ships come
Yes.
right downtown Norfolk.
Cruise ship.
So anything, the cruise ship come right downtown Norfolk. Anything you want, Norfolk gonna be the place to go.
Well,
So they move outside of the 757. Then when they move outside of Norfolk, Norfolk is going to be the highlight city. So if you got good property now in Norfolk, you better hold on to it.
Well, the thing about it, Norfolk is going to be about a certain type of business. They are going to cater to those things like the casino and all the things that are around it in the downtown Norfolk area. They're going to have events and all kind of things, style toward the people. Like you said, you got the hospitals out there and all the condos in the area of the downtown near the Norfolk where the casino is going to be at. You've got a lot going on. But when you talk about Chesapeake, and we've had this discussion before, Chesapeake is rural, more rural, but it has the capacity for these homes and these condos and these apartments and these things. And so you'll see them growing in a certain way. That's business for them. They're not going to be bringing all that stuff, all these events and all this stuff like that, building up casinos and things when they're about real estate.
That's
and
right.
they're about making money through, housing folk and building to make sure people have the best homes, beautiful homes that are being built. And so Norfolk is going to be different in one way. Virginia Beach is not but the truth as far as what they're doing. You got the new dome, Mr. E. Tell us about that again.
Well, you got the Virginia Beach Dome. Just before I go to that, Miss Hinton, you got Dr. Newby, and that's one of the African Americans that has what they call Fort Norfolk. He's the only African American, the best hot doctor you want to find in the 757. That's Dr.
Newly.
Newby. He will be
Newly.
soon
Is
being.
it Newly or Newbie?
It's
Newly.
Newby. It's Dr. Newby.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Dr. Newby. Just before I turn that page and go down to the Virginia Beach Dome, I want our listening audience to know that starting real soon, that the Norfolk Health Department hosts a free talk on vaccine science. Not on vaccine, but the science of vaccine. What is all this vaccination is all about? What is have you ever, Miss Hinton, want to know the mechanism, but why you want to give me this shot, what this shot
Yes.
contains, the history of the serum that goes into the needle and what it's supposed to do. And what it's going to do and how it's supposed to be. That's going to happen with Dr. Cynthia Girl, and she's with the Public Health Department, and she wants you to experience science. That's from that takes place from 5 to 7 in Norfolk, and the Public Health location 8:30. That's on Tuesday, 8:30 Southampton Boulevard in the city of Norfolk, Virginia. Now, let's go back to Virginia Beach, down to the Virginia Beach Dome. If you want to know about the dome, I want you to give Pharrell a great big round of applause.
Is
Now,
he instrumental in the dome?
he's instrumental in helping building the dome, So I want you to know that Pharrell was the one that brought something in the water to Virginia Beach, and what a marvelous job that he done. What a marvelous job that he has done. And so now him and a bunch of his friends, high school friends, got together and they decided to tear down the old dome and build a new dome. And the dome is a big old water park, is a concert. If you want to learn how to to surf, if you want to learn anything about water, it's got apartments in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's
And
right down
Skybox.
there. It's right down there on 20th Street in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Looking forward to that. There are a few people I want to see. Let us see. I want to see Kim. There's some other groups that are really going to do their thing. And I heard it has skyboxes, Mr. E, and everything. So I'm looking forward to getting down there. Also, we had someone come in to talk about the oceanfront, Virginia Beach oceanfront. You can always find something there. They always have something going on at the Virginia Beach oceanfront. Make sure you all Google and just look at the schedule. They kicked off the tourist season, and that's on and popping. Folk are down there. They just had the Virginia Beach wine thing event, and I heard it went so well. And so, there's always something happening. Now we're gonna miss something in the water, but hey, the dome makes up for it, if you ask me.
That's right. Let me give you some inserts on the dome. The Virginia Beach Dome is hosted a variety of concerts in 2025 with shows scheduled from May through October. Some notable concerts including Killer Switch, Engage, Almost Dead, Coheed, and Kamala. They got Let It See gonna be down there.
Yes.
They also got the former Kevin James Dispatching, Teresa Campbell, Sharon McKellen, Walona Judge will be down there also. The dome is a part of a $350 million Atlantic Park project and is expecting to host 100 events per year. The Virginia Pilot said that the dome has a capacity of 5,000 with an indoor music hall and an outdoor Theater.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful place. They took something like the dome that was an old dome and made it one of the biggest and beautiful domes you ever want to see. Yes, it's coming together. The dome, Pharrell has his hands in that project. Yes, he does have his hands in that project. You can't keep a good man down. So him and his friends got together and they decided that they wants to build the Virginia Beach Dome. Just before Miss Hinton, I want to say good afternoon to Miss Sheila Robbins, Mr. Chris Hinton. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in. Miss Virginia Maria Sawyer, that's my auntie. Mr. Mark Howard, thank you so very, very much from doing it. I'm looking for Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow. All right.
I want to hear Earth, Wind, and Fire coming to the 757 at the Virginia Beach Dome. Say, keep
Well, I
your
tell you who's
yeah.
coming that I love, and that's Charlie Wilson. He's coming to the
Charlie Wilson be
amphitheater
down there.
in Virginia Beach. He's coming to the amphitheater. I believe that's in August, in the fall, I believe. All end of August or either in the fall. You all make sure you keep a watch on that. So we have so much going on in the 757. Look, Mr. E is going to be doing this once a month. If you all have information that you want to inbox him, he's going to give you that information on how you can reach him. If you want to sometimes come on and share, we need your email address and make sure you have the capacity to be able to be on the StreamYard platform. Come on, tell us what the tea you know. Help us out. Or send the tea to Mr. E. He's going to give you FYI's email in a little bit. And let's just really enjoy what's in our own backyard. So many things happening right here in the 757. We haven't even talked about Williamsburg. We haven't even talked about, those areas there below us, so we've got to, concentrate on what's going on here and make sure we support. Look, I believe this, Mr. E. I believe we would have had a team, football, a professional football or basketball team, if people act like they want to support a team. It takes support, it takes money, and it's politics, it's all that. But it seems to me that we should have had something like that. Right. And maybe that's to come. Maybe that's in the works.
Just in case folks want to go back to the Black Circus, that I want y'all to know that coming June the 5th and June the 6th, the Universal Soul Circus is coming to the 757 after 3 years. They're coming back here.
They're coming back here after 3 years of being in Richmond because they were born in Richmond.
Come on, go on down to the military circle and be a part of the Universal Soul Circus.
Universal Circus. It's going to be awesome. They had the other circus that just came, I believe in March. It was awesome as well. But I tell you what, the Universal Circus has flavor, and we are definitely looking forward to some flavor. Mr. Ike Owens is instrumental in bringing Universal Circus here, and they have tickets available, and the station is out there promoting some things with him. And it's just going to be wonderful. It always has been a big hit. Right. And I'm definitely going.
That's right. So you can get your tickets. I was with Ike Owens the other day on Saturday, and he was selling tickets at the Norfolk MacArthur Mall for $19.94. So if you really want to go to the circus, make sure you keep your ears locked to where Ike gonna be for the Universal Soul Circus.
Absolutely. Now I tell you what, we have a lot going on. Mr. E is going to continue monthly on this series. And like I said, if you all have something to contribute as far as some news or some tea or what's happening in the 757, we would love for you all to give us a ring or give us an email Mr. E will give that to you later. In the meantime, FYI, After Dark are going to have some great shows. We're going to have Mr. Jason Baker. I don't know if you all joined us for our cryptocurrency, money and more segment, but he's going to do a part 2 and maybe a part 3 and a part 4. But he's telling us how to not only to, he's not just telling us about cryptocurrency and bitcoins. He's talking about the investment in it, and not only that, what's to come, where it's going, and who are the powers that be that are really going to regulate these things. He has a lot of information, some new information for this segment coming up. In the meantime, you can go on our pages or go to YouTube and you'll see Jason Baker as a guest who really came through talking about cryptocurrency, money, and more, and absolutely fabulous presentation. I'm looking forward to it because I'm learning a lot. And although I have invested a little in cryptocurrency, I don't know a lot about it. I'm looking forward to Jason teaching me more and being ready, because that is going to be something that just like some of this other stuff that has come into existence. I think Mark mentioned earlier up top, AI. AI is here to stay. And now you have the Bitcoins and things like that. That's something that's coming, and hey, it's going to be here to stay. And we just have to learn how to manage and know what it is and why it is and how it is, and not be scared to learn about it. So we're looking forward to Mr. Jason Baker being with us for part 2 of cryptocurrency, money, and more. Also, relationships. We're going to have a series, Relationships 2025. Some of our guest speakers are going to be Alicia Bennett, Katrina Burns, and Tony Veer, our love doctors and our relationship experts. Looking forward to that. We're going to give them a date. They're waiting for our date. And we're going to give them a date, and we want you all to join us in the evenings for those segments. Also, listen, we had Mr. Michael Marshall and his one of his co-workers come on to talk about the fentanyl crisis, and it was giving knowledge and information about this thing called fentanyl. And so he's going to come on FYI After Dark, and he's going to have a testimony from a young lady who just lost her son to fentanyl. It's a reality. It's real. It's a big problem. It's a crisis. And he's going to come on to share with us. He already shared. If you all get a chance to go to YouTube or Facebook, you'll see it's a recent segment, the fentanyl crisis with Mr. Michael Marshall. He's there to tell you what it is, why it is, and what we can do to heal this problem. He'll be on FYI After Dark. We'll give him a date. He'll come on, and we'll be excited to hear more. You know, I'm excited, Mr. E, because on Wednesday, our Young Women Achieving Success mentoring program will have a presentation from Miss Veronica McMillan on that same subject. She has a wonderful presentation and activity for youth about fentanyl, something that we've got to definitely educate our children about, because they may end up getting hold of something and they don't know what it is. This is a deadly thing in the hands of the wrong people.
That's right.
It's in the streets. When it gets in the street, you know it's just a mess. And so we're going to learn more. The children are going to learn more. I'm looking forward to Miss Veronica McMillan. We'll let you all know how that presentation goes. If you have any young people that you want to bring to our Wednesday at 6 p.m. in Chesapeake, please inbox me and let me know. Yes, as a parent, as a grandparent, or as a school administrator, we would like to bring some youth over to hear more about this presentation and find out, you know, what activities can help our children with this problem. we've got to inform our children.
That's
We've got
right.
to
That's right.
inform our youngins because this thing is a crisis. And so
That's
we have Veronica McMillan, who's going to be at in Chesapeake on Wednesday with Young Women Achieving Success. And then, of course, we'll have Michael Marshall, who will be on FYI After Dark. In the meantime, Mr. E, FYI Radio Morning Show, we're going to have some great things. What are we going to have? What's under the hat? We're going to tell them about what's under the hat and women's issues on Friday, Fun Friday as well.
Well, Fun Friday, and we got a segment called What's Under the Hat? Issues concerning women. And I love that topic, y'all. You can rest assured that I love dialoguing about these women. I'm learning, I'm being educated about what makes Mr. Mark Howard, I'm being educated about what makes a woman tick. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know, we had programs that comes on the does women hide things, or is women moody? Is they, you know, do they have any problem? Yes, y'all are. Yes,
well,
y'all.
See, what about our last segment? Did your figure 8 turn into a figure? Oh, that was cute.
Mark Howard, I want to tell you, are you a BMW or, you know, we was asking that last show that we had, BMW, body made wrong. If you got a BMW
after the winter,
or after the winter, that means that you running around here with a Dunlap. That's right. What you say, what is a Dunlap? When your belt Dunlapped over. What is a Dunlap? When your underclothes, my God, when your underclothes is rolling up under your Dunlap, you got a Dunlap. And what is it? And when you got a Dunlap, you got a BMW. You got a body made wrong.
Mr. E, what you know about a Dunlap?
Well, I'm getting rid of a Dunlap. God knows. Let me tell you, I have been to the store several times buying a belt because of my Dunlap. What a Dunlap does, it take your belt from being like that to bend over, roll over, and then that makes your pants all got a crease. And then you wonder why you got a black mark around your waist. I tell you why. Because of that BMW, that body made wrong, that Dunlap, because your stomach done lapped over your belt. Can't even see. And y'all, and we go out here and buy these nice belts, Miss Hinton, with the initials on it, and can't even see them.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. E, that was a great show. That was just on Friday, last
That's
Friday.
Right.
You all check that out. A lot of health tips, a lot of challenges to go to the doctor. You know, check your inside part out. A lot of, you know, things showing us how to eat and what to do to work out to make that body healthy. We talked about the spiritual. We talked about the mind, you know, mental health and things like that. So great tips, great show, you know, and we love ourselves, and we know that when it comes to women, because it was our women's issue show, some women, especially African American women, they want to be voluptuous. They want to be curvy, no matter what the size. But we want you to be curvy and healthy. If you're a big girl, we want you to be a big girl with good health, because you don't just have an outside, you got an inside, honey. And that's the thing that really causes problems when we don't take care of ourselves. So,
right.
You know, there are some great shows coming up. You know, Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest, intern, sponsor, or panelist, or just in our audience, so we can have great discussions, so we can exchange ideas, and so we can inform one another. FYI, for your information. And we want you to definitely, check us out on Monday evening. Now, on June the 4th, that's going to be the Jason Baker Cryptocurrency, Money and More. That's going to be on a Wednesday. And so we may kind of like backwards and forwards, but we ordinarily will be coming on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. But Mr. E's going to tell you that we also come on FYI Radio Morning Show live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Mr. E. But we are live radio and social media Tell them about that.
That's right. If you want to hear us live in the AM from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, the only African American radio station owned and operated by African Americans in the 757 and the 252. Been around for over 52 years. So guess what? We are supporting our own. We're right here bringing you nothing but the best. And you can hear us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10. Every Monday where we bring you nothing but the best. Now, if you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, intern, or if you want to be in our audience, all you have to do is give us a call or email us your email. We'll email you right back and let you know that what date and what time that you can be sitting in our audience. I'll be a special guest on our show. So what you do, you email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com, or you can call us at 757-714-7861. I want to say good afternoon to Miss Roberta Carter. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely. So we look to see you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We look to see you on Monday evenings as well. You know, if you all have any suggestions, any shows that you feel like we should cover and we have not, we are more than glad to hear from you. Mr. E said to inbox or email. He's going to give it one more time before we leave. And I'm hoping that we will be able to announce maybe a new station soon. What's in the air, Mr. E? Is it a possibility?
That's a possibility that we might be coming your way down in North Carolina area. That's WBXB 100.1 The Big.
I tell you what, we shall see. Time will tell. And we're hoping that these things will happen. In the meantime, you know, we want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Don't forget, we're going to be looking at those games. We want you all to come on, rah with us. And let's make this a wonderful After Dark podcast. And tell your friends about it. Tell people when it's on. And then if you don't get it in real time, because we're live on all these platforms, you can come back later on and you can check out Mr. E's page at whatever, Yolanda Hinton's. You can get Facebook and all those other platforms, and YouTube, and you can go. Look, follow us on social media. You know, all our pages, we need you all to follow us. We need for you all to, support us and tell folk about it. We need to get our numbers up and make sure people are listening and hearing this great information that we have for them, for our community. I want to say thank you to Mr. E for the segment. He's kicked off. I really love it. Mr. E's community news and events around the town. He did a fabulous job, and we look forward to next month of producing more and more of segments like this. In the meantime, the lady, you know, we got hot topics. So look, our relationship is going to be a hot topic. We're going to be doing a series of those. We're going to be doing single relationship. We're going to be doing different type of family relationships and dynamics. We're going to be doing all kind of love. Look, we have our love doctors and our advice column. Just ask Amber. We're going to be doing that. You're going to be able to ask questions about love and relationships. We're going to have folk on that's going to be able to tell you from their point of view what to do. So a lot going on, and we thank you for, your patience and your support again. And we're going to see you on Wednesday, Mr. E. What's under the hat? Issues concerning you men.
That's right. Issues concerning men, and you don't want to miss it. That's at 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400, and on all social media platforms. Just in case you be out of your office, just in case you be out of your car, you always carry your cell phone with you. Guess what? We can be heard on the cell phone as well by going to 1350 AM 1400am.com. Click and listen live. That's right. On all your social media devices, you can hear us at 9:30 to 10 on 1350 AM, 1400 AM. All you have to do is go to church webcast, click, and listen live. You got it.
Absolutely. We are on social media a little bit longer, maybe till 10:15, so you can get us and check us out on social media, see us and hear us, and we go a little bit longer than the radio time, and we are there to enjoy you, and we hope you enjoy us. Look, be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
2 up, 2 down, VA. All right? Have a wonderful evening.